What is the most fucked up thing you have ever done? My grandpa was retired early due to disability and watched me during the day all summer until I was 11 to 12 and could chill alone after school. He spoiled the shit out of me, took me to amusement parks, brought me to toy stores, all sorts of stuff. My parents told him to dial it back because I was being an entitled shit to them when I was 6, 7. After this happened, I told my grandpa I wanted to go to the amusement park one day. He told me that my parents said no, but maybe we could go next week or the week after. I got incredibly upset. Being the manipulative sociopath I was, I put on the waterworks. He just said he was sorry and that he didn't want to upset my parents. So I looked at him and said, "You just don't love me anymore, do you?" He got really sad after I said that and told me that he loved me very much, but we couldn't go. So I just kept going. "Why don't you love me?" Every time I said it, he got more and more distraught. Then he started to cry. I made my 56-year-old grandfather cry. The sweetest man I've ever known. The image of him crying while saying, "Please don't say things like that," is so deeply seared in my mind. I think it was one of the most important moments of my childhood, as my emotional development. At the time, I couldn't process it immediately. I didn't even apologize. I just went to my room. He didn't even tell my parents what happened. My mom said that around that time, it seemed like I matured a decade. I was quiet, polite, and incredibly well-behaved. I treated my grandpa much nicer from that point forward. I couldn't bring myself to apologize for it until in my late teens when he was dying of cancer, and I found out that he wasn't even blood-related to me. He was my mom's stepdad, just one of the best people humanity could offer, and I owe so much of who I've become to him. Edit. Thank you for the kind words, everyone. I'm not an outwardly emotional person, but Thank you for the kind words, everyone. I'm not an outwardly emotional person, but I cried a bit writing this in my office. I appreciate the shed tears on mine and my grandpa's behalf. Edit. Some people are asking about what he said when I apologized. I mentioned it in a couple comments, but he didn't remember what I was talking about when I brought it up. He wasn't the type of person to hold on to something like that. He just laughed and told me that I shouldn't have dwelled on it for so long.